Hello and welcome to the third GSOC meeting. I am excited to have you all here. I hope everyone is in their best health. So as usual, our first agenda is week summaries and future plans. Follow this order: tutorials, introduction, landing page references, how to guide, and gRPC. Tutorials team, are you there? Tutorial team, are you here? Shwetal and Souvik, I guess.
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah, I can hear you, Souvik.
Yeah, so I was adding in the meeting notes. So in the week 2 and 3, like in the previous 2 weeks, I have worked on the installation page, and in the week 3, I have separated the quick start page into two sections and added the contents for running on Google Cloud Shell. And in the upcoming week, I will work on like the deploying with Wechaty, but uh, the like running on Heroku and the Docker will be included in the how to guide section. So I will add a bit of introduction and the links to them, and and I will work on the Redux with Wechaty page as well. And remaining things will Swetal will continue with it. Thank you.
Shwetal, do you have anything to add? Shwetal, you are not audible. Shwetal? Okay, moving on. Souvik and Shwetal, your document quality seems really good to me. Good job. Now, moving on to the introduction and explanation team. Over to you, Chris and Joseph, I guess.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, okay. What happened this week? I was able to finish the explanation overview and the SDK part, and Joseph also finished his part doing what's this the one in introduction.
Joseph, would you like to add something?
He also started Wechaty life cycle. I is Joseph here? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Is Joseph here? I don't think he's here. I can see his name, but he did the life cycle. He started. He finished doing it with WeChatty life cycle. And next
Okay,
week, yep. Next week we're going to start on the other sections like troubleshooting and architecture. Yep.
okay.
That's it for us.
Yeah, great work so far. Thank you, Joseph and
Mm-mm.
Chris. Now, moving on to landing page team.
Yeah, hi. I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So in the past week, we have actually completed our prototype design of a landing page and sent it to review in our mail list with value proportion, explaining the slogans on every other steps. we can see the prototype in our mail list, as well as we have raised the GitHub issue regarding it. Actually, our plan in the week 3 is to work on the improvements and getting feedback from mentors as well as from the volunteers. But unfortunately, we didn't receive any feedbacks or reviews or any approval um, to do the improvements. So we are not able to move forward.
Uh, Sorry for that. I will review your PR as soon as possible. It's me and Simon.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, moving on to the references team.
So for this week, I worked on the Wechaty puppet services section of references, and like all the work is in one PR. And I have requested reviews. I got a review from Simin and another one. I think yours is left, right, Rohitesh?
Yes.
So once that's done, I'll be ready to merge it.
Swami, you are pushing PRs that are too big in size and are harder to review. I want to suggest you to push smaller PRs. I mean more atomic PRs.
Yeah, I
Because
can do that. Yeah.
yeah, I will review your existing PRs.
Shraddha, you want to add something?
Is she here? Shraddha, would you like to add something? You are working with Shraddha in the Francis project, right?
Yeah. I have
Shraddha,
texted her. I think she missed out on it.
okay. Shraddha, thanks for introducing the ready to merge label. Anyone is free to add the label on PRs after getting green ticks from both of the volunteers. So now moving on to the uh, how to guides project.
In week 2 and week 3, we made a installing Wechaty on WhatsApp and WeChat, and also we have completed half of adding events to the bot. The problem we are facing is that we do not have code available in all the languages, and it's really hard for us to figure it out. So it would be helpful if you could provide us with that.
I think we should raise this issue to Juan.
Okay, sure.
Please write this down in the meeting notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Abhishek will tell us what we'll do in the upcoming week.
Yeah, so for the upcoming week, we have a plan to go with the section for redefining for the adding more functionalities to the bot that contains dealing with the messages, managing contacts, managing rooms, and sending and accepting friend requests as a subsection for the upcoming week.
How to guide team? Your team is really very organized, I will say. Good work. Keep it up.
Thank you.
And now the gRPC project.
Yeah, hello.
Rajiv, you here?
Yeah, can
Yes.
can you listen? Yeah. So last week, in the second week, I have to add getting started section in Open API Docs. So I've added a PR. I think that is approved by you, but I think Simin has not approved yet. And in the third, in that also, I have to add blocks which are still pending. And then the third week, I have to add change log files in the Open API repo, which is other repo, and gRPC repo. And again, we have to render that thing in the wechaty.org site. So that for that is all PR. I have created 3 PRs. The 2 PR are on that repo. I've already tagged you. And the Wechaty.org repo, I've created the PR. That is the third PR. I've already tagged you on that. So in my next week, I will be working mostly on that two repos, gRPC and OpenAPI. I think my work in this .org repo is completed, I guess. So in that repo, I will be adding, refactoring the all README and internal docs, the repo docs, like adding templates and all, taking the README in like section wise, like contributing usage and all. And yeah, so for blocks, I will be adding two blocks. I've already answered your question on that notes. So should I again tell you, or you can refer that?
I will refer it. No worries.
Yeah. Sure. So yes, for my side, that's.
Rajiv, I will say that you are working on miscellaneous tasks. That's great, but I will suggest you to please first stick to your timeline.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I will. Also, I think I got to know today only a follow up that docs. I have not added that thing. I will update after meeting. That follow up docs, I didn't know that I have to update that thing.
Okay, that's fine.
That Simin.
Please
Yeah.
update it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
So now moving on to our second agenda, which is whether we should have atomic PRs or not. What I want is not too big PRs.
Should I also update? I'm Simin. Should I also update what I did this week and last week?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, let me share my slide. Okay, so can you see? This is my checklist for what I've said and current open PR. So for the check one, this means that we approve it. And for referencing, we still have one PR pending. I'm not sure. I haven't checked since June 4th. So maybe if you have finished it, please let me know. And we also have one phone tutorial that I request changes on June 4th, and it's pending for 2 weeks. And also one from explanation team. It's open on May 26th. And the rest are the upcoming, so we're still working on it. And by the way, I heard that the landing page team Sinjun, you say you have one PR that we haven't approved it and check it. Can you tell me which number it is? Because I didn't find it in here, so I probably have missed it. So yeah, do you have the number?
No, actually, it's not a PR. We have sent a mail in the mailing list regarding the design. It's not the PR. It's just.
Okay. Also, it's a mail.
Can you please send it? I probably have missed that mail.
Yeah, Simon. Actually,
I'm sorry.
we have.
I'm sorry. We are bombarded by so many emails. So could you send me again?
No,
I'm sorry because I only checked the PR.
Yeah, we have also created a issue regarding this.
Okay. So I'm really sorry. I only checked the PR. I didn't realize that I have to check the email as well because I was bombarded by GitHub automation mail. And so just please let me know. I'll add into my my list. And this is for me this week. And the next week, we will keep working on the new PRs. And please, everyone, update the Excel sheets I created so that it's easier for us to check whether we are on track. Because it's hard if you only update on the worksheets that we are using right now. It's really hard to compare this week and last week's. So please also update on the Excel sheet. Thank you, and that's all for me. Over to you, Rohitash.
I will say, Simon, you are very well organized. Thank you for organizing all the PRs. Let me again share my screen. I hope the screen is visible.
Yeah, it's good.
So our second agenda for today is whether we should have atomic PRs or not. All I want is not two big PRs. I want to discuss that whether we should have atomic PRs or not. The PR should involve only one task and one documentation, not multiple tasks and multiple documentations. Do anyone feels that PR shouldn't be atomic, that PR can have more than one documentation, and PR can be fixing more than one task?
Yes, hello.
I'm sorry. I'm Simin. I feel that we have the Excel sheet and everyone has maintained it. Like for example, you have three things to done, three things to do in this week. So therefore, maybe you should create like 3 PRs this week, so it's easier to track. So if you can divide your work into small pieces, it's okay if you divide your PR into a shorter one. How do you feel?
I prefer atomic PRs, that one PR should have only one task, not multiple tasks. Like one PR should be dealing with documentation of one section. One page. The scope of the PR should be that the title should be able to convey what is going to be in that PR.
I guess that's the better idea in that we can have review for more sections.
Yeah, smaller PRs are easier to both approve and review, because as reviewers, reviewing 200 lines in single stretch can be painful.
Yeah, we can have some atomic PR.
Would anyone like to suggest something else, or we can move on?
Yes, hello. Jane, can you hear me?
Pardon?
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. I also agree. I think small PRs are easier to understand and approve. I would have loved to read through other people's PR and try to understand what they're doing. But some of the PRs are too big. You see, like over 10 commits. You can't tell exactly what is going on. So I think it is better we break up those PRs into small manageable sizes so that it is easy to read through and understand. That's what I want to add.
Thanks for
Yes,
sharing.
and also please, yeah, and also please always add the screenshots, because if the PR is really long, I open it and then I sometimes don't know where to review. And please be clear and screenshot and tell me where to review. Thank you.
Okay, now falling on to updating the follow-up sheet. I guess Rajiv wasn't aware that we have a follow-up sheet, so he will update it. And Joseph has already updated that sheet. So I think that agenda has been taken care of. And now moving on to the question and comment section. That agenda has also been taken care of. So I guess we all are done for the day. Has anyone would anyone like to ask more questions or have some comments? Feel free to post your comments.
Actually, I have added my agenda. I have something to share.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. So our next agenda is things you should remember when you are documenting. I guess you will be presenting this agenda.
Yes, for the document quality, generally speaking, they're really great, but I have noticed some parts that we should be careful of, and they're just a minor part, but if we remembered it, it will be very helpful for our users. Let me share my screen.
Yes, over to you.
Okay, so there are some parts I remember. Oh, so okay. For example, if we are documenting, for example, if these three sentences are these three clauses are the three sentences that we are three clauses that we are going to organize it in one sentence. How do you think that we should the order? Which one should go first? Can someone tell me how, if you are using these three sentences, which one do you put in the first? Can everyone say something? Okay.
So I don't. I rarely have these pop-up windows.
Well, yeah, because the first one is the action. But if you are documenting, the sequence is very important. You have to think as if you are the user. You don't know what to do. Okay, so actually we start from the condition. The first one is the condition. If the result returns okay. Yeah, so if the result is not returning okay, then we don't need to do the rest of things. So if the user sees the first one, if it doesn't return okay, then he or she doesn't have to look at the rest and can jump to the next sentence. And later we should put the location, because then you check, okay, the first one, yeah, the condition returns okay, and then you go to the main platform. So you go to the correct location and you do the action. So this is like very straight. You don't, if you put close the pop-up window first, you have to, if you're like close the pop-up window on the main platform, if the result returns okay. So then you will see, you have to finish the all sentences and then go back to what you should do. So if you organize the sentence from the condition first and location and then action, this is very straightforward and direct. So the user don't have to go back and forth finding what they should do first and under what condition or where the location is. So under this sequence, it is preferred when you are doing sentences with many clauses. And second one, it's the title. Yeah, I really thank the How to Guide team for giving me this part. This is really useful for raising up this question. Okay, so we see the left part, calculate the number, and the title, each topic is sum, differences, products, and quotient. And the right side, it's really more or less similar, but the title use x plus y, x minus y, x times y, and x square y. So how do you think when we should use the left part x, when we should use the description as the title, and when we should use the function as the title? Okay, so for the left part, when you use the description as the title, it means that you are teaching it. So if you are if your user is passive, for example, like how to guide and a tutorial, because you are teaching them to do, and So because they wouldn't know what an x plus y means, but they know what a sum refers to. So it is better to use the things that your user know as a title. But if your like reference or explanation, that the function is better because your user is active and your thing is like a dictionary, so they will look for what they want. If they want to calculate number, they want to know what that means, so they will look for the title. Like they already know that they are looking for x plus y, but they don't know what that means and when they can use it. So use the function or use the variable as the title. Okay, so this part. This is really simple. Just imagine you are a user. What is the most important things for you, and what are you looking for? And the third one, be user friendly. I mean, to be inclusive and complete. Okay, so the left part, if it's an instruction. For example, the first step is go to the main page, and the second is wait for something, and the third thing, and the step 3 is insert something. It may seem like very correct at a first glance, and if you are very professional, this is a common mistake that you made if you are very professional. But actually, for users that are quite a novice user, they will be really confused about the second thing, like what are they waiting for? Maybe it's like wait for something until something shows up, or wait for 5 seconds, but they don't know what they are waiting for. So please be inclusive and be complete in the sentence. Wait for is just an example. It's just always being very inclusive and user friendly for your users. And another one, it's this I found very common. This is really simple. I found very common in many documents. But so the sentence is, you can use many different functions to calculate the numbers, includes. Yeah, this seems very right at the first glance, but we should always make sentence complete. So instead of saying includes and a column, we have better to write a complete sentence. For example, like the following are some examples you can use to calculate the numbers, and then a column. So please write the sentence in always complete and inclusive. And that's all for my part. Thank you.
Thanks for presenting this agenda. Next comment is, it would be beneficial if we get codes for events in various languages. Uh, yes, we will convey this message to Juan. He will be the one who will be providing you code.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Any more question or comment? So I guess we are done for the day. Thanks for attending this meeting. Now I would be glad if everyone open their video so that we can take a lovely group photo. Everyone smile, please. Thank you. And I believe we are finally done for the day. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Bye.